by Miss Bikini Buns. It is Thursday, October 30th, 2025. It is now 4:56 in the morning. I am about to get ready to go to work in about 20 minutes. So I just wanted to come on here and do my morning impressions before I head off to work. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and please click on the notification bell so you know when I upload. So last night, my sleep was a little bit better. I got up maybe 3 times, but I went right back to sleep. So, and I also felt restful. It also felt like a good sleep session, you know. It wasn't so, I feel a little bit more rested. So that was the goal of having a rest day. But yeah, Miko's over here and Harley's down there. They're waiting for their breakfast to be made. So when housemate calls them, they're going to be rushing out the door. That's why I left it open a little bit. Last night was okay. Like I said, after I did my recording of my evening reflections, I walked in my high heels for a little while, and I noticed that when I walk in my heels that I guess, and even when I normally walk in everyday shoes, which is my, you know, athletic shoes, or even when I walk in bare feet, I think I tend to lean forward, and I have to tell myself to lean more back, because in the high heels, you know, you're forced to be like this, but then you need your weight in the back. And so I was kind of like shaky and unsteady. You know, this was really prominent when I was just standing still and trying to do the poses, because I think I tend to lean forward. So I have to put more weight in my heels. So I need to work on that. I'm still clip-clopping, but it's a little, at least I'm like not holding on to the walls like I used to, but I'm still clip-clopping. So I need more time and more practice on that. Posing, I didn't like do the full routine, but I was just worked on the little steps, you know, the in-between, just to get comfortable. Like I said, sometimes in my head, I forget which foot I'm supposed to pull in so I can turn or whatever. So I have to work on that too. And I did stretch. I got my rollers out, which you can see back there. So I used this one because it's a little smaller in circumference than that one. But I did manage to do some. So I think every day I can try to get on there and try to work on my back. The back arch part. What else? So I did manage to do that on rest day, which was the goal of rest day. That's another goal. I woke up this morning. I weighed myself. I was, let me double check. 195.8. So it is going down. So we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 3 more days, and then the official weigh-in for me is on Sunday, which is also my check-in. It's also weekly injection day and all the good stuff. I wonder if I should measure myself with the measuring tape to see if I lost inches. Maybe. I think maybe if I remember, I'll do that. Do I even have a measuring tape? No, I put it somewhere in the move. It might be in the box of junk. You know, the useful stuff, but it's still junk, because it's a useful junk, but you can't throw it away because you still need it, but you don't know where exactly to put it because it's all a mishmash of little things. You have that box or drawer at home? Yeah, I put it in a box because you never know when you might have to leave. So, you know, sometimes it's like, why settle? So yeah. So today, what's on the agenda today? So going to work today, it's a short day because we still have parent-teacher conferences. So I have 3 today. I should be done by 2:15. And then from 2:15, it's the normal thing of going to the gym. Today is my leg day. It's my 4 exercises of leg day. I want to try to put in a 5th one, but who knows, because by the time I'm done with the 4th, I am toast already. But I want to try to put in the split squat with the Smith machine. But I've never tried it before. But I've seen it like on YouTube, and I've seen people perform it, and it's something that I think I could do. But I don't know. We'll see how it is today. And then come home. Oh, don't forget my cardio. Cardio on the elliptical for 45 minutes. And then come home, eat dinner, and settle down, and maybe communicate with Peach Bunny. Yeah. So that is basically my agenda today. I know my life is pretty scheduled and routine. It's not really, so exciting, but sometimes who wants that kind of exciting life, because you never know what's going to happen. And I'm not rich enough to to have, many things happening at once and all different kinds of things. Sorry, not rich. Have to earn the steady paycheck, so my dogs at home can just relax and nap and eat whenever they want. That is my life. So let's see. So I hope you have a good day. I'll see you later on in the day, most likely for the gym accountability check-in, and check you out later. Bye. Hi bunnies, it's Christy. Today I'm going to do my leg workout and 45 minutes on the elliptical, or as much minutes as I can on the elliptical. It is now 2:03 p.m. I am a little bit early because got parent-teacher conferences, and my last one didn't show up at 1:35, and I managed to do the 1:55 early because they showed up. So I was pretty much done by 1:30, but I had to wait for the 1:35, but they never showed up, so I decided to leave. And yeah, so not traffic friendly over here.
No, it's like crazy.
So I don't know why they're not going home. Anyway, so I'm going to see you later, and I'll say more later on. Okay, bye. Hi bunnies, it's Christy. I just finished my leg workout. I did my 4 exercises, and then I did 45 minutes on the elliptical for my cardio. My knee is okay, but my toes on both feet are a little sore. I don't know what the deal with that is, but that's how it is. So on my way home, gonna eat dinner probably after I shower, and then I gotta do my evening reflections, and then I can lie in bed, because if I lie in bed I think I want to fall asleep. So I'll see you later. Bye. Hi bunnies, it's Christy, or Miss Bikini Buns. I'm here. Whoops. I am here to give you my evening reflection as I fix this microphone. So hello. I just finished eating my dinner, which consisted of chicken, blueberries, and oatmeal. Went to the gym today after work. For work, I had 3 scheduled conferences, but only 2 parents showed up. And then after, I went to the gym, did my leg workout, and 45 minutes on the cardio, on the elliptical. And I have to say, on the elliptical, it's not my knees now that hurt a lot. It's towards the end, my toes. On both feet, my toes hurt. So I don't know, and it's not because of like my shoes are too tight. I think it's more because I'm gripping with them. Because if you're on the elliptical, you're kind of like just you're not really moving your feet. It's kind of just like doing this. So, because when you're running, you have kind of, you're doing this, But on the elliptical, you're just doing this. So there's no like toe motion. But anyway, my feet are fine now. Just took a shower, trying to relax and trying to get everything together for tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't have any parent-teacher conferences on Halloween, so that's something good. What else? Oh gosh, I think my glasses are screwed up. I can't get another prescription until after that that linking cornea thing is done. So because my vision might change because of the thing. So on December 4th, I'm going to have the right eye done. And then a month later, I'm going to have this eye done. And then most likely I can get glasses or contact prescription after. However, because I think I lost weight, my glasses don't fit me like they used to, because, that was for a more fatter head. But I think because I lost weight, that it's always slipping down, always looking like, always crooked and whatever. But you just got to deal with it. What else? No plans for Halloween. Probably tell you that tomorrow too. But I guess it's just going to the gym. Tomorrow's the shoulders and the elliptical. And then if I do tomorrow, which I will do tomorrow, I will have done every workout and even every cardio session. So I'm happy. But I'm not going to count it yet until I actually do it. But I see no foreseeable obstacle yet. So I'm just counting on it. And I'm kind of excited, or I'm kind of waiting to see what my weight will be on Sunday, because today was 195.8. So hopefully it'll be like maybe like 195, 193, or 192 maybe. Who knows? So it might drop. I mean, I'll know more tomorrow when I weigh myself in the morning. What is that? A plane? Yeah, I think it's a plane. So yeah, so I had to fill up my water. Yeah. So I have these. Remember I told you I have back there. I don't know if you can see it. There, right there, is that it's a container full of electronic stuff like cables, an old iPad, old iPods. So on Apple they have that recycle program. So I have to cut all these labels out. See all these labels? I gotta cut them out so it's ready to get mailed tomorrow, because tomorrow is payday for housemate. So my payday is not until later. So yeah, so we gotta get that out of the house. Trying to be environmentally responsible. And then over there, I'm going to try to this weekend try to find a place for that. But yeah, it's kind of slowly coming together. And then that is still right there. That is still good for Goodwill. So maybe I'll deliver that on Saturday. But I want to wait a little bit until there's more. But because that stuff on top is not Goodwill stuff. I need to find a container to put that in so I can put it in the closet. But today was pretty good. I don't know. Today was pretty good. Today I just dressed up as Hello Kitty. I was like, there's no spirit week for Halloween week, so I'm just going to make my own spirit day. So today was like, be a cartoon character. So that was in my head. So I was like, I'm going to be dressed on the eve of Halloween. I'm going to be Hello Kitty. So I'll probably be Hello Kitty tomorrow when I go to the gym. I'm just going to wear my Hello Kitty ears and the nerd tank top, the black tank top, and then the bling black shorts. Yeah. So it's not going to be so obvious, but yeah. But I will wear the ears tomorrow while I work out, which is pretty good because tomorrow's shoulders, so it won't be that bad. What else? I know I have a long way to go, but it's always good to have a goal, right? And One of my long-term goals, I mean, I'm talking long-term, like years, probably years from now, but I want to put it into the universe that one day I want to compete in the Masters Olympia. Now, the Masters Olympia is for a certain age, and it's not the Olympia. So the Masters Olympia is for, like I said, a certain age. I think it's like over 40 or something. But one day I want to compete there. A step back from that is one day, probably in years, I also want to be a IFBB pro. Now, I know it takes a lot to be an IFBB pro, but I just want to put that out there in the universe, and maybe it will manifest itself one day. Because I always think of these things to do, and for some reason, I never really complete it. For example, I wanted to earn my PhD, and I was this close to earning my PhD. I did all the coursework, but I did not do my dissertation and I did not do that part of it because I was not really solid on a topic, because I also changed departments. Like, and when I originally went to go get my PhD, it was in educational technology. Now, when I went into educational technology, I thought it was a certain way, but actually what you think educational technology is, it's sort of like that, but it's actually not. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but once I figured that out, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So I went to curriculum instruction. So I did all this, like I said, I did all the coursework, but I did not do the dissertation, and time ran out because you only have like 7 years to do it. But because I was also doing it after work, so I would go to work, and then at 4:00 would be the classes. So I would have to drive into town and go there from like 4 to 7 for classes, and then go home. And I lived far, so it would take me like an hour and a half to go home because of also traffic. And then I wouldn't be home until like 8 o'clock, 8:30, sometimes 9, but not, that was like if you really had bad traffic, had an accident or something. But I did that for like 7 years. And I even, towards the last year, I had to take a leave of absence for a year because it was just too much. I mean, I had some weird sicknesses happen during that time. Number one, I got anemia, and I didn't even know I had anemia until like I had to have a blood test or something. Just going into the doctor, and then she had to call me up and say, you need to get to the hospital because you need a blood transfusion because your iron is so low. So off I went to the I went to Kapilani Hospital and had to get a blood transfusion. And then another one was my eye. Something, I don't know what happened, but my eye got so huge. And then, I had to go to the emergency room and figure out why did my eyes swell up. That was kind of embarrassing. And then another thing, this is all during going to PhD school. Over here, it got so big too. Yeah, so, yeah, the stress manifests itself somehow in my body in some way. So I just had to resign myself to think, you know what I gained from the courses I use, but it's just not in the thing to earn it. And then I was like, okay, so I kind of resolved myself, and I didn't see it as a waste of money because, everything has a reason, and I did gain some things, and I used those things in my career and blah, 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 blah. So like maybe 2023, I decided, hey, University of Phoenix has a PhD program and it's all online. I'm going to try that. So I did about 2 courses, and then I passed it. I got good grades. I passed it. But then on my 3rd course, halfway, guess what happened? It was during spring break, and I was hospitalized because I developed sciatica, which gave me the inability, because I was sick, it gave me the inability to sit up properly and move, and I got pneumonia. So much so, my left side, when they took the x-ray, was pretty much white. So if you know what that means, it means it's a bad thing. So I was in the ICU for like 5 days, and I was in the hospital for 2.5 weeks. And I could not walk until the end of July. And that was like really minimal walking. And then in October, and then gradually I was able to gain some strength. Then in October of that, in 2024, I decided, you know what? I'm going to get stronger, and because I don't want to be the sick person. I don't want to be with a walker. I don't want to be with a cane. Yeah, so I told myself, you know what? It's time to change, and it's a year later, and I'm still here, and I'm getting stronger, and I'm slowly accomplishing my goals. But anyway, so don't you think the universe is telling me, girl, you don't need a PhD because look what happens to your body when you try to earn a higher education. I mean, I already have my master's, but I guess I'm not supposed to be one doctor attached to my name because the universe is saying, how many times you got to get sick? No, it's not for you. So that dream of it is gone. I will say it. I'm not going to pursue it anymore. I get it now. Okay, I get it. I'm not going to do that anymore. I know it sounds weird to say, but I mean, hello, how many times I got to get sick? I mean, the last time too, I was in the hospital. And so anyway, I had to drop that last class. And I was getting good grade too. I was getting a good grade too. And it was almost like 3 weeks until the course was done, because I was on week 5. And if you know University of Phoenix's classes, you have 8 weeks. So I had 3 more weeks to go. But and I even like that before I was admitted into the hospital, I was really sick, and then I stayed home from work because I was sick, but then I had to finish one of the assignments it was so hard, man, to finish that assignment. But I finished it and I got a good grade. But then after, oh my goodness, I just obviously when you knock out and you cannot even function because they got you on all this kind of stuff. So I could not finish the course. So I haven't been back since, and like I said, I don't think I'm going to in the future pursue it because I get it now. Okay, I will do something else. So I'm going to say goodbye because I still need to cut these out and get it ready for tomorrow and wind down. It's 5:35 right now. I'm watching Peter Mon, and I'm gonna watch his main channel and then his vlog like I normally do pretty much every night. Miko's outside probably eating his dinner. So I hope you had a good day. I had an okay day. Remember, if I can do hard things, you can do hard things. So let's do hard things together. Bye.